Imagine slashing your blood sugar in minutes. No pills, no exotic foods, just 6 simple twists on your next meal. The damage uncontrolled diabetes wreaks on hearts, limbs, and kidneys. I've seen the devastation, the 58-year-old needing bypass surgery, the amputations, dialysis, blindness, but I've also watched patients transform their numbers overnight without adding a single medication. Today, you're getting those exact hacks. The ones that dropped my patient Thomas's A1C from 8.9 to 7.1 in 3 months and reversed my patient Linda's prediabetes completely. These aren't theories. They're mechanisms you can test tonight on your glucose meter. Meet Thomas. 71 years old, type 2 diabetic for 12 years, his A1C was 8.9 despite metformin and another medication. His fasting blood sugar hovered between 180 and 220, spiking to 280 or even 300 after meals. His doctor recommended insulin, but Thomas was terrified of needles. I taught him these 6 hacks. 3 months later, his A1C hit 7.1. His fasting dropped to 120, 140. Post-meal spikes rarely topped 180. No insulin needed, just a different way of eating. Then there's Linda, 68, pre-diabetic with fasting glucose of 118 and A1C of 6.2. Her doctor warned she'd develop full diabetes within years. 1 year after implementing these hacks religiously, her fasting glucose fell to 94, her A1C to 5.6, completely reversing her trajectory. Same hacks, different starting points, both dramatic improvements. Now I'll show you exactly what they did. But first, understand why this matters. When you eat carbs, they break down into glucose, flooding your bloodstream. Your pancreas releases insulin, acting like a key to unlock cells so glucose can enter and be used for energy. In type 2 diabetes, that key stops working well. Your cells become insulin resistant. Your pancreas pumps out more and more insulin until it can't keep up. Blood sugar stays high while cells starve for energy. This toxic glucose damages blood vessels throughout your body, creates advanced glycation end products that accelerate aging, promotes inflammation, and destroys nerves, kidneys, eyes, and heart. Every organ suffers. The goal is simple: minimize blood sugar spikes, keep glucose stable, prevent those dangerous post-meal peaks. These 6 hacks do exactly that by slowing glucose absorption, improving insulin sensitivity, or changing your metabolic response. Here are the 6 hacks. Hack 1: eat your non-starchy vegetables first, before any protein or carbs. Hack 2: add 1 to 2 tablespoons of vinegar, preferably apple cider vinegar, to your meal. Hack 3: take a 15-minute walk within 15 minutes of finishing your meal. Hack 4: cook your rice, potatoes, or pasta, then cool them in the refrigerator before eating. Hack 5: add 1 to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon daily. Hack 6: never eat carbs alone. Always pair them with protein, fat, or fiber. Simple, practical, free. Now let me explain the science and show you exactly how to use each one. Hack 1: eating vegetables first, works through the second meal effect and basic stomach mechanics. By filling your stomach with high-fiber, low-calorie food first, you create a physical fiber mesh that slows glucose absorption when you later eat protein and carbs. Instead of a rapid spike, you get a gradual rise your pancreas can handle. A diabetes care study showed diabetic patients who ate vegetables first, protein second, and carbs last had post-meal blood sugar 29% lower than those who ate carbs first. Same food, same calories, different order, dramatically different response. Vegetables also trigger GLP-1 release, a hormone that slows stomach emptying and increases insulin sensitivity. Your body literally responds differently to identical food based on what you eat first. Implementation: at every meal, completely finish your salad or cooked vegetables before touching protein. Then eat protein. Save all carbohydrates for last. If you're having rice, bread, or potatoes, eat them after everything else. It feels strange initially. We're trained to eat foods mixed together, but within a week, it becomes automatic. You'll see lower post-meal readings the very first time. Hack 2: adding vinegar. Vinegar's acetic acid slows gastric emptying, giving your body more time to handle glucose. It improves insulin sensitivity, helping cells respond better to insulin, so the same amount moves more glucose from blood into cells. It also inhibits enzymes that break down starches into simple sugars. A diabetes care study found 2 tablespoons of vinegar before a high-carb meal reduced post-meal blood sugar spikes by 34%. Another study showed vinegar improved insulin sensitivity by 19 to 34% in insulin-resistant individuals and type 2 diabetics. Implementation: take 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with meals. Mix it into salad dressing, dilute it in water, and drink it or use it to marinate meat. Just get that amount into your system around eating time. Critical, never drink straight vinegar. It damages tooth enamel and irritates your esophagus. Always dilute. And if you have gastroparesis, slow stomach emptying, talk to your doctor first since vinegar slows this further. Hack 3, the post-meal walk. This is remarkably powerful. When you eat, glucose floods your bloodstream. Sitting does nothing to help, but walking activates your muscles, which pull glucose directly from blood independent of insulin. Muscle contractions move glucose transporters, GLUT4, to cell surfaces, mopping up glucose before it can damage blood vessels. A diabetes study found a 15-minute walk after each meal was more effective at lowering blood sugar than a single 45-minute walk at any other time. Timing is everything. You must catch that post-meal spike immediately. Implementation. Within 10 to 15 minutes after finishing your meal, walk for 15 minutes. Pace doesn't matter, just keep moving. Walk around your neighborhood, your house, or in place if weather is bad. The key is muscle contraction during rising blood sugar. If you can't walk due to mobility issues, do arm exercises, leg lifts while sitting. Anything engaging muscles helps pull glucose from blood. Hack 4, cooling starches. This surprises people, but the science is rock solid. When you cook rice, potatoes, or pasta, starches become easy to digest, causing rapid glucose release. Cooling creates resistant starch. The starch molecules reorganize into a structure your digestive enzymes can't break down easily. This means less glucose release, smaller blood sugar spike, and more starch reaching your colon to feed beneficial bacteria. A European Journal of Clinical Nutrition study found cooling and reheating rice reduced blood sugar impact by up to 40% while significantly increasing resistant starch content. Implementation: cook your rice, potatoes, or pasta, then refrigerate for at least 12 hours. Eat them cold, like in a pasta salad, or reheat. The resistant starch remains. The cooling period is critical. This doesn't work with all carbs. Bread doesn't form significant resistant starch when cooled, but rice, potatoes, and pasta do. If you're eating these foods, cooling them first dramatically reduces their blood sugar impact. Hack 5, adding cinnamon. Real Saigon cinnamon contains polyphenols that enhance insulin receptor signaling, making cells more responsive to insulin. It also slows gastric emptying and reduces carbohydrate-breaking enzymes, lowering post-meal spikes. A meta-analysis of 10 randomized controlled trials in the Annals of Family Medicine found cinnamon reduced fasting blood sugar by an average of 24 mRDL and A1C by 0.36%, clinically significant improvements from a simple spice. Implementation: add 1 to 2 teaspoons of Saigon cinnamon daily to food or drinks. Stir into coffee, sprinkle on oatmeal, add to smoothies, or mix into yogurt. Spread throughout the day rather than taking it all at once. Critical: use Saigon cinnamon, not cassia. Cassia contains high coumarin levels that can damage your liver long-term. Saigon cinnamon has minimal coumarin and is safe for daily use. Hack 6, never eat carbs alone. This is fundamental. Carbs eaten alone digest rapidly, causing sharp spikes. Pair them with protein, fat, or fiber, and digestion slows dramatically. Protein and fat trigger hormones that slow stomach emptying. Fiber creates a physical barrier slowing absorption. Together, they transform high glycemic foods into moderate glycemic meals. An American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study showed adding protein to a carb meal reduced blood sugar spikes by 35%, adding fat reduced it by 37%, and adding both was even more effective. Implementation: never eat carbs naked. If having toast, add almond butter or avocado. If having fruit, pair with nuts. If having rice, ensure you're also eating protein and vegetables. If having pasta, include meat or fish and plenty of olive oil. This doesn't mean you can eat unlimited carbs. Portion control still matters, but for the carbs you do eat, proper pairing dramatically reduces blood sugar impact. Now let me show you what this looks like in practice. Dinner: grilled chicken, brown rice, steamed broccoli. Here's how you apply all 6 hacks. First, cook rice and cool it in the refrigerator for 12 hours. Hack 4. Second, prepare extra vegetables and eat those first before touching chicken or rice. Hack 1. Third, add 1 to 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar to your salad dressing or drink it diluted with your meal. Hack 2. Fourth, sprinkle 1 teaspoon Saigon cinnamon on your chicken or mix into rice. Hack 5. Fifth, eat chicken and rice together. Never rice alone. Protein from chicken slows rice's glucose absorption. Hack 6. Sixth, within 15 minutes after finishing, take a 15-minute walk. Hack 3. That's all 6 hacks in one meal. Thomas did this consistently 3 meals a day, dropping his A1C from 8.9 to 7.1 in 3 months without new medications. Let me address critical questions. Do you have to use all 6 at every meal? No. Use as many as practical. Even 2 or 3 make a significant difference. More is better, but something always beats nothing. How quickly will you see results? Immediately. Check your blood sugar 2 hours after trying these hacks and compare to your typical reading. You'll likely see a 20 to 40 point difference. Over weeks and months, your A1C will improve as average blood sugar drops. Can you stop diabetes medication? Never stop without talking to your doctor. These hacks can reduce medication needs over time, but changes must be gradual and medically supervised. As your blood sugar improves, your doctor may reduce doses, that's the goal, but don't make changes yourself. What if you're already on insulin? These hacks still work and may allow dose reduction over time, but work with your doctor to adjust safely. Monitor blood sugar closely when starting these hacks as insulin needs may decrease. Will these work for type 1 diabetes? Some benefits exist. Slowing glucose absorption helps timing of insulin action and reduces post-meal spikes, but type 1 diabetes requires insulin. These hacks help use insulin more effectively, but don't replace it. What these hacks don't do, they don't give permission to eat unlimited carbs. Portion control still matters. Massive carb intake will still spike blood sugar. They also don't replace overall healthy eating. You still need whole foods, vegetables, quality proteins, healthy fats. These hacks optimize your response to food, but food quality itself remains crucial. And they don't replace regular exercise beyond post-meal walks. Regular aerobic exercise and strength training improve insulin sensitivity systemically, while post-meal walks address immediate glucose spikes. You need both. Now, why hasn't your doctor mentioned these? Medical education focuses on medications and procedures. Doctors get maybe a few hours of nutrition training in 4 years of medical school. They're not trained in practical interventions. Plus, there's no profit in telling people to eat vegetables first or walk after meals. Pharmaceutical companies don't fund vinegar or cinnamon research because there's nothing to patent. The studies exist but aren't promoted. Doctors are bombarded with information about new diabetes medications, not food hacks. But the evidence is clear. These interventions work, are supported by peer-reviewed research, have no side effects, cost nothing, and give you control medications alone can't provide. Let me share one more example. Linda tracked her blood sugar before and after each hack. She found eating vegetables first made the biggest difference, dropping post-meal blood sugar by an average of 35 points. The post-meal walk was second, dropping it another 25 points. Vinegar added 15 points improvement. Cooling rice helped about 10 points. Cinnamon and protein pairing were harder to quantify individually, but the overall effect was dramatic. Within 6 months, her fasting blood sugar dropped from 118 to 102, her A1C from 6.2 to 5.8. 1 year later, she was at fasting 94 and A1C 5.6, completely reversing her pre-diabetic trajectory with food hacks. Here's your action plan starting with your next meal. First, pick 3 hacks and commit to using them consistently for 1 week. I recommend eating vegetables first, post-meal walks, and never eating carbs alone. These 3 are easy and highly effective. Second, check blood sugar before meals and 2 hours after. Write it down for several meals to see improvement patterns. Third, after 1 week, add the other 3 hacks: vinegar, cooling starches, and cinnamon. Now you're using all 6. Fourth, keep tracking. After 2 to 3 weeks, calculate your average and compare to before. You should see significant improvement. Fifth, at your next doctor's appointment, show your blood sugar logs and discuss A1C results. Ask if medication doses can be adjusted based on your improved control. Sixth, make these permanent. They're not a temporary fix. They're a lifelong way of eating that supports healthy blood sugar. Let me be clear. Type 2 diabetes progresses if unmanaged. Your pancreas produces less insulin over time, cells become more resistant, blood sugar gets harder to control. You need more medication, and many end up on insulin. But it doesn't have to be that way. Aggressive lifestyle intervention can slow or reverse progression. These 6 food hacks are part of that intervention. They keep blood sugar stable, reducing pancreas strain, improve insulin sensitivity, and give your body a chance to heal instead of deteriorating. I think about the patients I've operated on. The diabetic needing bypass surgery at 58 because blood sugar was poorly controlled for 15 years. The amputations, dialysis, blindness, all preventable with better blood sugar control earlier. You have the opportunity right now to change your trajectory. 6 proven hacks that lower blood sugar immediately. You understand the mechanism behind each. You have a clear implementation plan. The only question is whether you'll actually do it. Don't be the person who learns this and does nothing. Don't be the person who reads it, thinks it's interesting, then eats the same way. Don't be the person who ends up with complications 10 years from now, wishing you'd made different choices when you had the chance. Use these hacks starting today with your next meal. Your blood sugar, pancreas, heart, kidneys, eyes, nerves, every part of your body will thank you. Before I go, do 3 things. First, subscribe to this channel. I'm committed to bringing practical, evidence-based information you can use immediately to improve your health. Second, share this video with every diabetic or pre-diabetic person you know. Someone you love is probably struggling with blood sugar control right now. These hacks could change their life. Share it. Third, leave a comment telling me which hack you're most excited to try. Are you starting with vegetables first, adding vinegar, or taking post-meal walks? I want to hear from you, and in a few weeks, come back and tell me your results. I love hearing success stories. Your blood sugar is either under control or damaging your body. There's no middle ground. These 6 hacks give you powerful tools to maintain control without adding medications, complex meal planning, or expensive supplements. Just simple ways to eat the food you already eat that change how your body responds. Use them. Your future self will thank you. I'm Dr. Claire Whitmore, and I'll see you in the next video where I'll reveal the 3 common medications that actually raise your blood sugar that your doctor probably didn't warn you about. Until then, eat your vegetables first, walk after your meals, and remember, you have more control over your blood sugar than you realize. Take care of yourself.